Welcome to London Buddhist Centre. My name's Nyana Dyer. I'm here with Richard. We're doing Qigong from now till 12:45. Sorry, we're a little late. It wasn't our fault. It was somebody else's fault, of course. Okay, so let's start with usual warm up. So knees slightly bent and swing the arms. And if you're new to the class, you want to make sure the hands don't touch. So keep the arms apart. And they don't come much above heart level, so we don't want to put a strain on the heart. And yeah, keep the arms fairly straight. I was told the other day. I had a Tai Chi lesson with Sifu Tin Yu, and he said keep the arms a bit straighter. So yeah, that's a little tip. I'll come sideways on now. And if you want, you can just raise the toes on the upswing and also slightly raise the fingers.
14 people?
Oh, 14 already.
Fraser says hello.
Hi, Fraser. Nice to have Fraser here, as usual, pretty much. Hello to everyone else as well. What?
I can go and check my beans now.
Oh yeah, Richard thinks he might have left something on the hob, so he's going to dash off now and check. I bet he hasn't, but I know what it's like. Okay, so it's just me for the next 5 minutes or so, I think. So I won't pick up any messages, but do send them. Richard can pick them up later. We don't have Claire today. Claire was going to be here to give us a bit more insight on the meridians and Chinese medicine, Chinese system. But she wasn't feeling very well, so she's not coming this week. Maybe next week, hopefully. Yep, so we're just be swinging the arms for about 5 to 10 minutes as usual. Yeah, it's a bit different without Richard. Richard's quite a good foil. It's a bit lonely here on my own. I guess many of you will be on your own as well. But, anyway, here we go. And maybe I can just say now that as of November, we'll be cutting down to one Qigong class a week on Tuesdays. I think mostly because the yoga team wanted to cut down on their streaming, but we're going to keep in step with them. So we'll be just streaming on Tuesdays, which is a bit sad for me anyway. But maybe in the new year we could pick it up to 2 again if there's enough demand. But if not, it'll be a weekly Qigong session. And then you can always catch up with previous videos, or even I really recommend going searching Master Lam. He's got a few videos. You can YouTube them and doing some lessons with Master Lam. It's Lam Kam Chuen, so LAMKAMCHUEN. And do pop to their studios as well. Once they're open, I don't know when they'll be open, but well, if you can, maybe some people really can't. Phrase wouldn't be able to do it. Well, not most of the time anyway. They're in Willesden Green in London, West London. And of course, there's plenty of other Qigong teachers and Tai Chi teachers and so on. It's been a bit of a rush this morning because quite a lot of our equipment was upstairs in the main shrine room, hadn't been put down, so I realised I don't have the clock to hand, so I'm just going to guesstimate. come sideways on again. So this is very good for the helping the blood circulate more freely and just helping the chi to move. I was reading about chi in my book on healing with whole foods. Whoops. And apparently chi is not just, you can have qualities of chi, not just, it's not just energy, but you could have, say, a gentle chi or a refined chi. Richard would be probably very scrupulous, very meticulous chi. So, a bit forgetful chi this morning. And?
Okay, false alarm.
Oh, of course. It's a relief to have Richard back.
Ed Cooper is here.
Oh, hi, Ed.
Leah Kay is here.
Hi, Leo.
Leah says, what was the studio teacher called? I didn't catch that.
Yeah. It's Master Lam Kam Chuen. So LAMKAMCHUEN. Lam. So Master Lam, really.
Fraser has already put it.
Posted. Great. Thanks, Fraser.
Ed Cooper says, what's the most essential part of the practice when you're short of time?
Oh, when you're short of time. Thanks. Ed's always asking these questions, isn't he? I remember. So I had a Tai Chi lesson with Tin Yu, and he was saying like Wu Chi is like, I think one of the kind of grandmasters only in the end did Wu Chi. So Wu Chi is probably the most essential part. I would add a guess. I would say. So if you do Tai Chi, you always start with Wu Chi. It incorporates all of the elements, all of the organs. It's a sort of shunyata, it's the emptiness. Like, again, I was reading that you have like the yin yang, the polarities of opposites. They all come out of this sort of vibrant emptiness that is Wu Chi. So Wu Chi, probably all you can do is Wu Chi, do some Wu Chi, maybe some arm swinging, warm-ups and some Wu Chi. Otherwise, the first position in the Way of Energy, Master Lam's book, is metal. But it just might depend on your constitution and what you might need. But you can't go too far wrong with Wu Chi. I'm just going to get the clock, so do carry on swinging, so to speak. Oh yeah, look at that, 10 past already. So let's just shake out a little bit. And Rich is doing quite a shake. And hands just above the knees, and we'll rotate the knees. So go clockwise. And anti-clockwise. Richard, do you know what the title is today?
Yeah. Eye of the Tiger.
It's the Eye of the Tiger.
You're going to sing the song.
We've got some good titles for next week. I'm quite excited about next week's titles. We're continuing our song theme next week.
Do you have any thoughts about the Eye of the Tiger?
I don't have any thoughts, but I do have, there's something we could do, which is really difficult. Like, it's one of, when I was doing Tai Chi, it's sort of similar to one of the Tai Chi stages. But otherwise, no. Not really. Okay.
What does it mean in the context of that song?
Don't know.
Is it about being a warrior?
Let's rotate the hips clockwise, legs straight. Yeah, I never really studied the lyrics to that song. It's probably worth doing. You think maybe somebody will know what the song's about? Don't know. It's a bit intriguing, actually. Now you say. It's very different doing the class on my own whilst you were gone. Much more sober.
Did you keep on talking?
I did, yeah. So yeah, we sort of talking is again, like if you're newish, we we talk, or you can listen to music or watch telly. Just the chi does its thing. We try and keep the mind, not be too mind. What is it when you're too willful? Really, just let the chi do its thing.
It was a very nice class last night.
Oh yeah.
Did a class.
Oh yeah.
And he just come back from solitary, I think.
Yes.
So he was talking about meditation in a very direct way.
Right.
And I mention it because he'd been working a lot with energy, and he had us sort of breathing through the heart, through the back, through the diaphragm.
Oh, blimey. So Diana, if you didn't hear that, let's go the other way. Dianata was Richard sort of extolling Dianata's class last night, where he was apparently encouraging people to breathe through the heart or through the back or lung, diaphragm. Yeah. I don't think I've never ever been in a class where he's been teaching, but I'm in a chapter with him, in a group with him. He's just lovely man.
It's very good. His mum was watching.
His mum was. I mean, that's nice. I'm not sure I'd feel so confident in my mum isn't around, but my dad watching.
Your dad doesn't tune into
He doesn't tune in Qigong, but I haven't let him know that it's an option. Okay. And then the last warm-up, so breathing in, raising the energy ball and out, tracing the inside of the circle, breathing in again and out. So it's not really a stretch, it's more just a gentle raising and tracing. Coming back to Ed's question, it's good to do something every day if you can. I guess there have been times, even doing the class, when I've not done it, but I've just done the classes, and it makes a big difference to be doing Qigong daily, even if it's just for a short time, just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just build up the Qi, like learning a language. If that means anything to you, you might not be learning a language.
How's your Polish?
I am learning a language. Yes, my Polish is coming on actually.
So study every day?
Yep, I'm doing just one lesson a day on Duolingo. It's starting to kind of feel a little bit more intelligible. It was so difficult at first. Well, still is difficult, but
It looks like such an alien language.
yeah, it's very hard to find hooks for it, like things that are similar. Let's do 5 more.
Ed has another question.
Okay.
Has Qigong changed your meditation?
Has it changed my meditation? I don't know, probably not. But at the moment, I'm sitting down to meditate, and I'm kind of moving into doing qigong. So it seems like at the moment I want to be doing qigong, even when I'm meditating. So I'll be doing metal or variations of it, and so yeah. So it feels like I'm kind of working through some blockages in my system. I think that will definitely at some point. I'm sure that will translate into my meditation practice. As my energy flows more freely. But at the moment, it's more, it's more Qigong sort of taking over my meditation practice in a minute.
Can you put us in position?
Oh yeah, Wu Chi. So now we're in Wu Chi, so also known as cowboy. So arms slightly rounded, space underneath the armpits, fingers slightly spread, knees bent so as not to obstruct the chi, pelvis nicely neutral, looking ahead. So this is Wu Chi. So this is the, I don't know what, the mothership or something like that. So
this is the eye of the tiger.
Oh yeah, this is the for Richard. Richard doesn't really go on with Qigong, with Wu Chi. Well, I don't know if you get on with it, but it's difficult for you, isn't it?
It's fine today, actually.
Oh, good. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted, Ed, about my meditation practice and Qigong. I think they are quite distinct somehow. Even though it says Qigong for meditation, it's we do it on retreat. It's sort of settled. Maybe it settles people down, get a bit more embodied, a bit of movement.
It wakes them up.
Yeah.
You do it first thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think when Jayaka talks about, I think for Jayaka they're a bit closer than,
Yeah.
than for you.
Yeah.
Meditation.
There's probably very kind of specific links that at the moment I'm just not aware of, even theoretically. I sort of do them. I wonder if it's affected Ed's meditation.
Interesting. Ed says chi flowing seems a bit like pity.
Oh, okay. Pity, like it's like some rapture, pity, isn't it? Like sensations, sort of rapturous sensations through the body. Okay, I hadn't thought of that connection, but pity is probably a bit more pleasurable than, even though chi is quite pleasurable, pity's got a sort of, has a sort of, well, it's sort of rapture, isn't it? It's sort of delightful. Well, they can be quite uncomfortable apparently, but chi, maybe.
I mean, I can get that in meditation.
Mm.
I've never had anything like that
In Qigong. Do you feel energy when you do Qigong? In like, can you feel anything in the body?
Not so much. I
No.
wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I did feel tingles.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Okay. I can definitely feel energy doing Qigong, but it doesn't, I don't equate it quite with pity. Not that I've experienced a lot of that, but I imagine like it's, I I guess the thing about piti or the dhyanas, like in meditation, when energy is being like blockages are sort of they're similar. Like you're kind of breaking through blockages, and there's a release of energy that can be very pleasant or quite uncomfortable. I think in the initial stage, and then it settles down in the later dhyanas. But in qigong, I guess we're trying to do something similar. We're trying to unblock energy, so it would be more like in qigong, you're trying to unblock energy, and then something might unblock. I could imagine possibly experiencing piti or something akin to that when there's a release of energy from a blockage that's been removed.
Do you think some practitioners could feel quite blissed out doing qigong, maybe?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I imagine they could feel quite, just very, probably just, I imagine it being incredibly, earthing or just solid. I think I was at one Christmas party of the Lamb Institute, and Master Lamb. I think maybe he was in Wu Chi, and people were trying to move him. I know you're a bit skeptical about these things, but they just could not move him.
What, like this?
Yeah, they'd really try to push him. Then he would do something like, and they would move. Yeah. Okay. Let's come into water. So water, palms face down. Come sideways on. I think we'll just do a bit of movement today, and then we'll do the tiger position. It won't be probably a very good tiger, but it'll be the best I can do, and we can see how we get on.
Are those your tiger socks?
They're my Dennis the Menace socks, Richard. Yeah. Not very good with socks. So this is kidney bladder. Richard's got his black t-shirt with the colourful pocket on today.
I should get some new t-shirts. Limited supply.
That's a nice t-shirt.
You're wearing your splash with bleach.
Yep. This was from when I was being inducted as caretaker, and Ajabandi was bleaching the top. I don't use bleach anymore, but that was it's a bit careless.
So it's sort of pink.
Yeah, it's got sort of pink. Anyway, it's a good qigong shirt. Bit scruffy. I was listening to the Brandenburg Concerto this morning. Actually, like the first side, that was all right. I don't know what opuses they are or whatever they are, but the second side is so beautiful.
Is there a harpsichord?
I think there is, yeah. I'll listen to it again. We'll hold it for just a couple of minutes. If it's too much, do come back to the resting position. So which is hands on the belly, right hand underneath the left. Just below the belly button. But otherwise, just see if you can stick with water for a while longer.
How's your diet?
It's good. Yeah, I've had a few lapses in terms of, I've had a bit more wheat than I should, but still off the coffee and the sweets and having a good breakfast. So yeah, slowly, getting better. I've started taking something called chlorella. Have you heard of chlorella?
No, is it some algae?
It's an algae. I'm really enjoying that. Just a 1 second whiz in the NutriBullet with some oat milk.
So is it like a fresh algae? Is it like a
It's in,
green
yeah,
scum?
it's in powder form. It's green.
Oh.
It's quite nice. I think you can have in shots, like, on the packet it says you can have as a shot before a night out, and a shot in the morning to help cure a hangover.
So what is an algae? Algae is a sort of plant.
Yeah, I guess apparently it's just like it's like a billion trillion old sort of thing. So it's got, just I'd have to have a look at the blurb again, but I think it's just very old. It's a very old source of food.
Maybe fish them out.
No, I don't. Yeah, we could try fishing it out of the canal. I think that could be the end of qigong as we know it. Okay, I think we've had a minute or so. That was a nice thought. Okay, and then we'll do some movements. On the in-breath, we'll kind of come up to the heart area, turn, and then out-breath. Out. So in time with your own breathing.
Is the smoothie machine quite popular in your community?
Yeah, it's a NutriBullet. It's very popular. Got some guys who are sort of building themselves up. Dave Mitri used it for all his concoctions. Do you have one?
I do, but I just put frozen fruit in it.
Okay.
And I put mango, pineapple, banana. It's very sweet. Raspberries.
Yeah. Apparently berries are quite good for me. The rest of it wouldn't be too damp for me. Do you feel good afterwards? Do you feel get a good kick out of that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Recently I've been putting frozen cranberries in.
Oh, wow.
That's really good. They're
Yeah.
sort of bitter or sour or both.
You could add some wheatgrass or spirulina or even chlorella to that. Change the taste quite a lot.
The better one.
Don't know.
What's that? Wheatgrass and spirulina? Wheatgrass.
Yeah, or barley grass. I don't know. Again, it's very good for you. I'd have to find out why, but let's do 5 more of these two.
Eating lots of Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah.
Are they okay in your book?
Don't know.
You don't like them?
Not really.
I'm sure they're really healthy.
Not so sure. Let's do it. Okay, so I've lost count now. That's okay. All right, and then we'll come to rest. So right hand below the belly, left hand on top. We'll do the let's do the tiger. Let's follow through on our promises. I might just change the mat around so I can got a bit more. It's a bit. Apparently, you do this for 8-10 minutes if you can. We'll do it for about 20 seconds. Probably it's quite hard. So we'll do it both ways. So this is very rough. So this is more of an experiment. So right foot sort of at an angle, a bit like that, and then we're going to come down. So it's sort of like this. You sort of coming down into a kwa. So you got your weight on your left foot, and the right foot is just a little bit bent still. Oh, it's really painful. And then you'll come down here. That's probably not wide enough. So it's sort of just like something like this. I think it's something like you're holding down a tiger. I think that's part of the idea. So you want your weight on the back leg. Yeah, that's more like it. Ow, it's really painful. Okay, that's enough. So we want to do that about 10 minutes eventually. Let's do the other side. So it'd be the weight on the right foot, left leg pointing, and you're sort of down. Yeah, that's not too bad. So the idea is you're holding this tiger. I think so. Something like that's pretty woefully wrong, but that's really kind of just like a nod to the eye of the tiger. Oh, it's nasty, isn't it? Okay, that's it. It's quite good though. I can definitely feel it in the legs, and worth building up on that. So let's come back to Wuchi. That wasn't. How are you feeling after that?
This guy has
Oh yeah.
hip
Oh yeah. It's not good for your hip. I hope that was all right for everybody. Okay, so that was actually I'd quite like to do that again, but should we do it one more time? We should say if you want to do it another time. So same Wuchi, but if you want to give the tiger another go, so just have the weight on the back foot, kind of hands pointing down. The left knee isn't absolutely straight, but the weight is on the right foot, and you're kind of holding down the tiger. Ooh.
The tiger.
I'm not exactly sure. I think so. It's called something like holding the tiger. Whoa, that's not. Then let's just change sides again.
Where do you feel it? Your hip?
Yeah, just and then down again. That's probably really wrong, but it's still quite nice. Still quite a nice little stretch on the legs. Good. Okay, and then right hand below belly, left hand on top. Okay, and let's come into earth. So earth is hands in front of you, palms facing down. Looking ahead, again, knees bent, pelvis neutral.
Do you want to talk about Subhuti?
Oh, yes.
Coming next week.
He is. So next week we've got Subhuti, who's the president of the London Buddhist Centre. He was the first chair of the London Buddhist Centre. So he's coming and he'll be leading morning meditations. So he'll be leading the morning meditations from 8 till 9. And then every evening he will be doing a talk on the system of practice, so integration, positive emotion, spiritual receptivity, spiritual rebirth or death and rebirth, in conversation with someone. So I think Monday night is Danutar, Pranimanis Tuesday, Shantikara Wednesday, Subhadramati Friday, Yanavacha Thursday, thank you. And then he'll also be leading a puja for Bhante, for Sangharakshita, after the class on Friday. So yeah, do tune into that. He's definitely worth listening to. He's got so much experience and been around such a long time, got a sharp mind. So and it's also very funny. So yeah, that will be next week, Monday to Friday. If you don't fancy that on a Friday night, there's still the in-person Friday night class. So tomorrow, that's from 7:15 to 8:45. Maitreya Raj will be leading that with Dayabhadra. So it's just a lovely class, nice class to meditate and do puja if you're in the London area. And that will be going on the following week as well. Anything else I missed?
I thought the following week it was puja for Bhante, or
yeah, they'll be going on simultaneously. So there'll be a puja for Bhante plus an in-person puja as well.
I think it's the second anniversary of Bhante's death.
It's more than that. Is it the second anniversary only? Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Gosh. Yeah, he died 30th of October.
2 years ago.
2018, wasn't it?
So Subhuti was here at the LBC, right, from the beginning?
Yeah, he was in charge. He found it. He actually found the building. He was in charge of the building project. First chair.
So that was over 40 years ago.
Yeah. So no Subhuti, no LBC. Well, not in this form anyway. Probably you can say that. It wasn't just him, but he was very instrumental.
He lives in Wales now.
Yeah, he lives in Wales, but he spends quite a lot of time in India, working with the Dalits community, and also some time in Hungary. Okay, let's do some movement. So on the in breath, come up, out breath down. Do a few more. Okay, and just shake it. And just bounce a little bit. Let's just finish with some metal movement as well. So we just got a few minutes, or just maybe a minute. So coming up to metal, and then in breath, out breath. Burping away.
I was wondering if that was the algae.
I could taste the algae as it came up. You finish your black bean burgers, yeah?
Which then yesterday, so what I had on the stove, went back to cannellini beans,
Oh, right.
with oregano and mint and garlic.
Sounds great. You have that with rice. How do you?
Just have it with bread, crusty bread and cheese.
Sounds great.
Tuscan, the recipe is like Tuscan beans.
Right.
Can you eat nuts at the moment?
I haven't quite pinned down my diet yet, so maybe that there will be. I'll cut them out, but at the moment I'm eating them. Okay, do 2 more and then just close down. And 1 more. Okay. And then just gathering up the energy down over the heart to the dantian to the left. And to the right. And then just swimming the hands to the kidneys and rubbing the kidneys and giving having a good balance. And warming the hands up. And massaging the neck. Oops. Great. So hope you enjoy that. Found it helpful. We'll be back on Tuesday. So have a good weekend. And yeah, there'll be a link if you want to donate anything. We're obviously very grateful for any donations. All right. See you soon, hopefully.